Alright, so, anyways, before we get started, I want to first just go over a quick little house rule thing, what to expect with Call of Cthulhu stuff, that sort of smaller type stuff.
Sure.
And as I'm doing that, I'm trying to find my little sheet that I wrote down that I can't seem to find. No, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. No, that's not it. God, where was it? Oh, here we go. There we go, found it. Alright. So, Call of Cthulhu is a game where there's a mix of investigation, intrigue, combat, chases, drama, supernatural, and, of course, death. What's different with the game compared to D&D is that your character is more fragile and expected to kind of deteriorate in sanity and health as the game progresses. Now, there are ways to obviously circumvent this. You're not going to necessarily come out of a dungeon, get levels, and be like all great, so then you guys can agree or ask questions or anything like that.
Mm.
So, the first thing is this game is all about atmosphere, and that's why I kind of had the watch together stressed a lot of it, and they will try to get to have a little more immersive tone with that sort of stuff. I recommend that you kind of minimize distractions and try to kind of get into the feel of it. I'm not trying to say like suddenly dress up as your character, but overall try to hold back hold back humorous tones unless they're sort of appropriate. And if you're having difficulty on focusing a game, always just let me know and I can make a correction if need be. One of the things this game does is it has a bonus and penalty system where it says like, hey, you guys get a bonus or something. And what that does is like you get a D10 to roll. Now, I didn't like that too much. I decided to make it more of a flat bonus. So if I say you get a bonus, you get 10. If you get a penalty, you get a minus 10. Because I feel like if you take time, for example, to aim your gun, you should get that 10 because you take the time to do it, not roll the dice and then you suddenly just get a 1 and all that time was just wasted. Hey, is everyone fine with this sort of little house rule?
Sure.
Yeah, I think the less randomness is...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. In terms of character versus player knowledge, I will do the murky mirror approach, which is written on a blog from Angry GM if you ever want to look at it later. But anyways, the idea is that you are one and the same character. This encompasses a few things. It doesn't matter if you speak as your character or about your characters. So for example, if a player says, I refuse to help because the orcs killed my family, it's going to be treated the same as the character saying, scum, I refuse to help because the orcs are nothing but evil savages. Do what you want. For the NPC and world interaction, what you say is what they hear, and the world doesn't pause other than to clarify some mechanics of the game. In some cases, you might be prompted with, I might prompt you to say, like, do you want to say that to them? Like, if you suddenly make, like, a joke or something, and it's, like, obviously going to be detrimental, like, you're talking to maybe the chief of police, and you, like, comment on his, like, grotesque belly or something like that, I'll be like, do you want to say that to him? And then you can have, like, sort of corrections. It serves as a way to keep the game flowing, too. So if you argue at an intersection maybe on what to do, someone else might hear and investigate, and time will go on. In combat, you do not have the ability to really spend minutes to discuss tactics with others. You either do your action, or you lose it. If you speak tactics during combat, the world will respond to your tactics because you said it out loud. Remember, what you say is what they will hear. But of course, if there's time to go over mechanics, of course, just let me know. We can go through mechanics pretty easily. That's going to be something. It's not going to be like you have 5 seconds to do a thing and you're done. It's just going to be like, I want to keep the game flowing in combat because I don't want to spend 2 hours on like one combat round. Finally, it is assumed that you just say certain things to players to get them up to speed on certain things with a simple confirmation of you just repeat what you say, what you have learned to the party/player. Are we all good so far?
Sure. That stuff seems fair.
Sure. I'm telling you, I like the confidence, Wyatt.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. Knowledge skills have been reworked in this game a little bit to assist them using passive knowledge checks, which for the most part I've written down on your character sheet what you have as a knowledge skill or a passive skill. And the idea is that you don't have to necessarily roll them. You can just, like, you have a certain percentage, and I'll be like, alright, because you have 70% in, like, biology, you're going to know quite a bit about this biology part. Your brain's not trying to, like, suppress any information from you, right? But of course, if you're under some sort of mind serum, that's a whole nother thing. But, anyways, the trick is, though, go ahead and ask me questions on, would I know this? Would I know that? And then I can give you that sort of information. The thing is, though, is that interpretation is going to be on your own. But with that in mind, I think that's all the things I wanted to just quickly discuss. I think we can begin. So let me first put on the first soundtrack. Oh, by the way, this game is a theater of a mind type game. So that means when you get into like combat and such, it's going to be more abstract and such. So make sure you pay attention to stuff, but we can always clarify certain stuff. But it's not too hard.
So you mean it's not going to be
grid.
actual grid?
No grid.
Okay.
So let's post this link.
Bloom.
And then the music thing should be working now.
Yep,
you
it's
guys?
working.
It's pretty loud.
All right, adjust volume as needed.
You
All
could
right.
turn it down,
Let's
or
go.
can I turn it down somehow?
You can.
I think it's
Yeah,
client
the
side
right
on the
side.
volume, so you can change it to however you
Where's
like
the?
it.
Would that be on?
I th-
Okay, it's watching. Okay,
Yeah, watch together.
Uh-huh.
cool.
All right.
A random green dot
Alright.
on the thing now.
All right. Oh, one more quick thing.
You can draw shape. Oh
You
god.
should start
Popped
to
up.
see two things that are showing to you on Roll20.
Melee combat.
They are the gun in range weapon rules and melee combat rules. These will just be a nice little handout for you to use when we get into that sort of stuff. Good for reference. Alright. So, we arrive at Elizabeth, New Jersey, at a certain speakeasies established by Tony's. Alec, what's the name of your speakeasy?
It's Big Tony's.
Big Tony's Speakeasy.
And
And
that
on
Big
an
Tony.
average, describe a little bit of your place a little bit. How busy is it? How-
It's it's not that busy. I mean, I got Jim and Tom and Christian over there, and they're pretty much the only people that spend money here
Huh,
at
I
all. It's the
So what's
place
the-
is kind of falling apart a little bit.
Okay, perfect. Is there any sort of smells that we should know of, or is it like you mentioned that it's fallen apart? Are we talking about like it looks like a bar, but it's fallen apart, or is it like
No, it's a bar.
concrete
I'm,
walls?
I'm keeping it clean. It's just a little rundown is all. Like the leather's pretty worn in. I got all the bar stools secondhand. That I've been trying to keep this place clean, but with the only 3 people are here. You don't care too much about the cobwebs on the ceiling.
Yeah. And for the purposes of the party meeting up, let's say they're all at the speakeasy. Whether they're talking, they're chatting, they're carousing, they're talking with Tony himself, whatever. Everyone's probably at the bar, I'm going to assume. Is that all right with everyone?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm drinking a finger 5.
Finger 5. Oh, I like it. Quite fancy.
Yeah, I'm fixing the plumbing up.
You're fixing. You're actually...
There's a leak. Yeah.
There's a leak
Demanding.
and you're on the job.
I
What is
Yeah.
our big hunter
I'm
doing?
demanding vodka right now.
We don't got any vodka right now. It's that stuff's kind of hard to come
Stupid
by.
Americans.
The whole being illegal and all.
Yeah. So how does our Russian friend know everyone else? And yeah, that's the one thing I want to get because I
Yeah.
kind of get.
Yeah.
How
Well,
the
okay.
accountant
Essentially, Pulov. He's a big game hunter, obviously. So his occupation, he moves to a lot of different countries at various times because not everything is in Siberia that he wants to hunt. So he's getting tired of hunting down those poor Bengal tigers. So instead, he goes for grizzly bears in North America. That's essentially why he's around in America. But right now, he's kind of just chilling on his off days, being in the cities.
Chili. And do you know Tony's at all, or the bartender,
basically,
or any of the other
I
patrons?
would say Pulov's just like a frequent the Tony's because Tony's has got some good stuff,
Tony's. Okay.
but no vodka, unfortunately. But it's the best thing he's got around. So
Got it.
You know how hard it is to get this stuff?
So acquaintances is what I'm getting, right?
yeah, acquaintances,
Acquaintances. Okay. He sells stuff good, except not
just
the
not the vodka.
Myself would.
Yeah, I sell stuff good.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
All right. So as you are all enjoying the atmosphere of the speakeasy in some way, a man enters in wearing a full jacket and a fedora hat. Tony, you immediately recognize this man from his clothing and stature. What is his name?
Oh, that's What's a good mafia name? Or what's a good
Tony.
No, what's a good
Tony's going
No,
to
what's-
Tony's.
It's down to 2.
Anthony.
Anthony. I got it. Anthony. He's one of Giovanni's messengers. Giovanni being the boss of the Martucci family gang, the same gang that helped you get this establishment up.
yes.
He normally comes in by 2 thugs to collect dues from you, but today it was just himself. And you've paid your recent due already, so it's a little surprising to see him come in.
Hey.
He eyes you and comes straight to the bar.
Hey, do I look like I'm made out of money? My pockets are empty here. I already paid up.
Relax, I'm not here for your money. But overall, you just greet him like you greet him expecting more money.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you're not here on business, what can I get you?
Yeah, I got a message from Giovanni himself. He's wanting you and your mechanical friend to come by this address tonight. He passes you a slip of paper, and it has an address on there. One that you don't recognize, but you recognize the street.
Sure.
You can find the building probably from the just narrowing down, looking through the street.
Mm-hmm.
He wants you to fix some pipes and test the quality of some of the brews down there. And he looks around real quick, noticing some of the big Russian man and Jacob. You can also bring your friends here too. He wants some people to sample some stuff. Don't know why. Pretty important.
Hey, you guys into sampling some merchandise?
Yeah, boss says it's urgent, so I wouldn't dolly
I guess
around.
we should
yeah.
describe what our characters look like, right? So
Yeah, just one
Alright.
second. So, I wouldn't dolly around. Boss says it's urgent.
Okay.
Bring only your tools. Our guys down there don't appreciate outsiders bringing weapons in.
Yeah.
Any questions?
I got it. I'll be over there. Tell him to bring over some vodka next time he gets a shipment in.
yes, I need vodka.
Alright, I'll note that. And then he starts to turn to make his leave before he suddenly goes, "Oh yeah, I'll take a Coke if you have one unavailable."
Unavailable.
I'm rummaging around. You can hear bottles clinking. I pull out a bottle with some dust on it. Hey, I think this is it right here. Here you go. Pour him a glass.
He just takes the glass and he puts down he puts down at least $1 bill, or however much. He puts down more than what the Coke was probably
Sure.
worth. You probably get about an extra few cents from that. But anyways, he goes and he just takes his leave. So anyways, what do you guys do now? You get an invitation. You got the address. It says he instructed come by tonight. What do you guys all do?
I'd like to check my pocket watch to see what time it is.
It's currently right now in the evening. You got probably about 4 hours until you should be showing up to the address.
Okay.
Wait, so would we be getting paid for this? I was attention.
He did not mention anything about being paid. He mentioned about someone needing to fix pipes and to test them brews, and he invited you guys.
That's
Well,
why
I
I'm
should
going.
say
I'm getting
Giovanni.
paid.
Yeah.
If you give me vodka, I will do this for you.
I
Are you
mean,
talking
talking
to
to
are you talking to
Tony.
Antony? Oh, and he just, as he's kind of leaving, and he turns around, he's like, "Can't guarantee there's vodka, but I can guarantee there'd be probably something more worthwhile there."
Okay.
Giovanni is a man of his word.
Alright, Giovanni.
oh yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a very respectable man. Don't you disrespect Giovanni?
Why are you so scared of this pussy?
Shush, shush, shush.
Who are you saying that to?
Saying that
You just-
to Tony. Wait, it's Tony is Alex's character, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Tony
and
Tony.
I perceive the situation
I just
as Tony kind of sucking up to this henchman, kind of.
Mhm. Ah, okay.
So that's all.
So you're saying it to
Yeah,
Tony?
I'm saying
though?
that to Tony. Kind of like under faded breath.
Okay.
So the
Yeah,
other guy
hush,
can't
hush.
hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, and Tony's making his way out of the
I'm
bar.
trying
So.
to hush him down so that until he leaves.
Okay. Yeah, and Tony's gone, so you're free to speak.
Listen, okay, that guy, I got a lot of money from that guy in order to run this place. You know how expensive speakeasy is around here? This is in New Jersey. It's a prime real estate.
Prime real
Look
estate.
at all these patrons here, okay? you need a lot of cash to start this place up, and man,
Sure looks
let me
like
tell
it.
you, don't get stuck in the mafia. It's nothing but pain. All right, well, you guys
Fair
guys
enough.
want to go head over there then? Sounds like you're gonna get something worthwhile. Giovanni's a man of his word, that's for sure.
I need vodka, so I guess I'll...
Alright, Clyde, looks like we're gonna put the leak on hold. We're going to fix a new leak. Boss's orders.
I've been pretty preoccupied with trying to fix this leak.
Hey, Clyde! Hey!
With that, I kind of like break the pipe and there's water spewing everywhere.
God damn you,
Ah,
Cajun
shit!
buffoon!
What? I told you not to bother me when I'm working.
Clyde, freaking put a...
I'm just hastily trying to fix this thing. Is like,
Hey,
shit,
Jacob.
shit.
How close are you to that pipe that Clyde was fixing?
That's you.
Gabe?
Close enough to get sprayed by it.
No.
Said.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Are you
As
far
far as
away?
I know, you're behind the
No.
counter. Guess who's not behind the counter?
Okay, got it. You're fine. I was just wondering because there'd be something RP-ish to try out. Your suit gets wet. But anyways, all right. So, how do you guys handle logistics?
Well, I have a bike if I want to get places, but Clyde has a car.
I have a truck.
Truck.
So if it needs to go far, we get in Clyde's truck.
Wow, high roll mechanic.
Mm.
I will go with Clyde in the
Alright.
truck.
Wait, I just realized pun not intended.
So, you guys all want to go into Clyde's vehicle, or is
Well, how far away is this?
Yeah.
It's probably about, when you look at the map of Elizabeth, New Jersey, you need to kind of go, it's probably about a hour drive from your place to the location.
Yeah, we're taking the car. I'm not biking for 2 hours.
Alright.
Alright, Clyde, get in.
So
You
I'm
get
just
it.
gonna
I'm
put
sitting
it
in
out
the
there.
passenger
If you're gonna bike, it takes like
Oh, yeah.
for a 1 hour drive.
It's gonna be you're gonna be a little exhausted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Highland.
2 hours at even a reasonable pace of like 15 miles an hour is 30 miles.
Listen, you
It
haven't seen
takes like an-
New Jersey traffic, okay? There's a reason why this place takes an hour drive.
Oh, boy. Oh, dear. Okay.
All right,
So-
Kulov. You're a good friend and all, but I think you're not gonna be able to fit back here. You have to sit in the back.
Mm-hmm. So, as you guys also probably decide the weapons, or as you decide the vehicle logistics and go into the truck, what do you make about his advice, about the Antonio's last thing he said about bring only tools? Our guys don't appreciate outsiders bringing weapons.
I like to stash my Luger in the car. I don't plan on bringing it inside.
Okay, well, freaking Pulov is like super fat, so, and he always wants to be armed, so he's gonna try hiding, what weapons did I bring along? You gotta check.
Elephant.
It's fat. He's got a big 12 gauge shotgun with him, but since he's so fat and massive and he wears like a gigantic trench coat, he's gonna like try to
Yeah.
like hide that between his like fat folds inside of his like trench coat.
Fat rolls. I'll tell you what, you can try to hide it behind you, like if you put it on your back and you just have your trench coat covering
Yeah,
it.
that'll work. I'll try
I'm
to
not
do
gonna
that.
do fat rolls.
Please roll for fat rolls.
It just sucks it in. It's never seen again. Let me go digging, guys. I know we're dying, but oh, that's not it. It's a piece of lint. Oh, it's an old baseball game ticket.
Oh, that's where that toast went.
Okay, so you guys all make it.
Yeah, I'm bringing a revolver and hide it in my pants.
All right, you're gonna hide it. Understood. All right. It was
Conceal it.
all right. Did the music pause for you guys? Or no, it's not.
Still going.
Okay, right. I need to. Is there any way I can just end it right now?
You can mute it or just pause it.
Yes.
Oh, what do I do?
Have something with
Oh, I don't. I just need silence.
try pausing
Well,
it.
It's not looping now, so I. Oh wait, here's what I can do.
Oh, it's
I
pause.
just
Here,
hit
wait.
the pause button.
Yeah.
Pause for
Yeah,
Whoa,
just go ahead and pause
get
it.
out of here with your sense.
That's so boring.
Hold on, unpause it. How do you... Where's that pause button?
It's on the left of the video player,
Lower left.
like where it would be on YouTube.
Yeah, it's like a
I
normal
want to
video
be
player.
lame like
I'm an
Blake.
idiot.
Just pause them.
All right, well, it ran out
Okay.
and stopped anyways.
Anyways. All right. It was around...
Excuse me.
It was around 11 p.m. when you pulled up finally to the address. You appear to be in a... The sky was overall cleared with a waxing moon in the sky and just clear, kind of coldish night. You pull up into what appears to be kind of like a harbor-ish port with multiple warehouses and bricked buildings everywhere. You finally see the proper warehouse that you're looking for, and you see the entryway to the door along with another vehicle there. One of the first things you notice, though, is that the lights seem to be... There's no lights inside the place.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
I like to peer into the other vehicle.
All right. You peer in the other vehicle. Like, are you looking from...
There's-
Are you out of the
No,
vehicle?
I'm
and you're
still,
more
I'm
close to
still
the
in. I'm
vehicle?
just like trying to see if I can see anything through the window.
You currently do not see anything in the vehicle or anyone from your area, from where you're at. Excuse me, I stutter.
All right, well, this looks like it's the place. So, come on, guys, let's go.
As Pulav gets out of the car or the truck, you just see it like bounce a bunch because he's so fat.
And you're sitting in the back of the
The truck.
truck.
Yeah.
All right.
I make sure to grab an electric torch and a
Ah,
couple batteries.
got
So
it. Perfect.
tools.
So you have the door and you have the truck. The window, the way you can tell that there's no lights on is that there appears to be windows at the top of the warehouse, but they're really probably high up. You could probably guess that they're about, say, probably 3 stories high. Those where the windows are.
Sure. I'd like to go up to the door and do my secret mafia door knock combination. No one ever
How
does
does
this
that
one.
go?
Oh wow, original.
Used by the mafia.
And you're doing that on the door?
Yep.
As you go ahead and you move towards the door and you start to knock on it, the door opens just as soon as you knock. It just opens and,
Just slides open.
yep, it just opens up.
Okay.
The openings or like the openings?
Well, I'm assuming it wasn't closed all the
It
way or
was-
something.
It was not closed all the way. Yep. And the first thing you see, Tony, is just a large warehouse room that is filled with shadows of various machines and vats. And yep, lights are out.
All
I
right,
turn around to
all right, Clyde. It's the place. Go find the fuse box. We need to get some lights on in here.
What do I look like, a bloodhound to you? Or as Antonio guy said this thing was? And I walk past him, turn my flashlight on, look around.
You cannot seem to tell from what machine that needed to be fixed from standing in the doorway, but as you turn on the flashlight, it looks like a maze inside the warehouse. Like, there's machines that are just blocking and making almost obstructing walls around, and you can kind of see like a little pathway that you can start to follow. Do you venture further on inside?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I keep going.
Alright.
And we're here, so it's like,
All right.
Might
As you
well
take
finish
further,
this.
yeah. As you take further steps in, Clyde, your foot touches something wet. Look down, and you realize it's blood. And you follow the trail. It leads to a face-down body.
Guys, really something.
Hey, Clyde, what do you see over there?
Oh, wait, what's
I
that?
thought we were all
Are
following
we all
him.
following him, or is it just Clyde? Sure,
yeah, I
we're
think
all
we're all
following.
followed
Alright.
in it. Yeah, I kick his leg a bit. I was like, yep, he's dead.
All right. Who here is not used to the sight of death?
I don't know if it would be or not.
Well, big game hunter, definitely not.
Hey, I was in the army or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be a little queasy. I've done like mafia jobs before, but nothing involved killing people.
So, and Tony, I'm gonna have you roll just a little sanity roll. We're gonna start using the dice a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah,
What the hell?
I'm gonna have
All
to
right.
say,
Wrong page. There we go. We should be transitioning now, I think.
I have
Let's
like
see
a
it.
warehouse kind of thing, almost
Let's see a
looking,
warehouse thing.
or a
Yeah.
factory, almost kind of.
Do I have to like reload
Yeah.
or something?
Am I gonna need to? Because I'm an accountant. I've
Yeah.
never even
So,
seen like
yeah,
chicken
sounds
die.
right. So what you guys all have you do is you need to go to the roll on the side and then go to advanced roll, select the D100 dice and roll once. Don't add any
Oh, I
modifiers.
was just typing it out.
I can just do
Slash,
/R.
you
slash
type it
roll
out.
1D100. All one.
Where's the chat box,
Okay.
by the
You
way?
don't need
It's on
to
the
type
bottom
out
right.
roll,
Who needs
just
to roll?
/R.
Just
People who are
Jacob and
speaking
Tony.
English. Hey, yeah, it's pretty
Where's-
good.
I can't find the chat box for the life of me.
On roll 20.
Yeah,
Do you have it closed? It's
I probably do.
okay. So at the top right, you should see like
That's
chat,
Jacob.
journal,
It's
jukebox,
dead.
collection settings.
Chat. Oh, there it is. I'm an
You can
idiot.
see that's where you see where people
Okay.
roll. So
Got
I
it.
rolled 21, Gabe rolled 28.
Wow.
Yep. Let's see. Yep. You guys are fine. So you're able to just stomach whatever happened. You didn't know the guy. You hope you didn't know the guy.
Well, we haven't turned him over yet, so. But yeah, I want to inspect the body. Roll
Pulov
over
is
and see.
likes to
Yeah,
deal
I'm
with.
just gonna like stand in the try not to puke.
Pulov is not very sensitive to like dead things because he's like
Yeah.
a man who's just shot so many exotic animals in his life that he really doesn't care about blood, and he
Yeah.
doesn't really
Yeah.
think
I think
humans
that's
are
fair.
that much different than animals. So he just kind of rolls him over just to check him out.
Yeah. As you roll over the body, you see a face that looks different than what you've probably seen before. None of you guys appear to recognize him if you had any sort of connections in the R2C gang. You look like it looks like he was, from what you can see, other than the blood that's soaking onto his jacket, there appears to be a bullet wound onto it. A few of them.
Where
They're all centered around
Okay.
his chest. On the body.
does it look like?
A
You also see his...
Pulov. You know what kind of bullet those are?
Do I know what kind of bullets those are, Conrad?
Do you take a closer
Yeah, I
inspection?
will.
All right. I'm gonna have you do I'll have you do a spot hidden check,
Okay.
which is probably going to succeed pretty
Well,
easily.
I forget
but
exactly
that's fine.
spot hidden.
So yeah,
So
you have a 90.
You have to roll a
Yep.
D100.
Roll a d100.
I just need to find where it's ahead. Okay, yeah, I found
Right
it. Yep,
corner.
90.
Or
So
right side.
yeah, just need to roll anything that's
Anything
below
below
90.
90.
19. Okay, succeeded.
Very good.
You did it.
Yep. So it's pretty easy it was pretty easy to tell what type of caliber the weapon was just on a quick look. Let me just look. What did I write down in notes? Oh, here we go. It looks like to be .45 Magnum rounds. Someone used a revolver, most likely.
Point.
But the other interesting thing that you notice is that the bullet appears to be abnormally shiny.
Like what kind of shiny? Like silver?
Yeah, you can. It's like a gleamish of silver.
So hold
bullet.
up.
Yes.
How long
Hey,
do you think whatever killed still around?
I don't know.
Guys, we're here. The dead body. Relative.
is it cold? I'm gonna go. Gonna check for some warmth.
Oh yeah, that's the other information I forgot. In terms of recency, well, it is still gushing out of his body.
So it's pretty recent.
Oh.
You hear any gunshots on our way here? Or?
No, you did not hear any gunshots
Yeah.
over the sound of the either the truck or you were too far away.
Oh great.
Okay.
What about that vehicle? Did we notice anything inside the vehicle? We didn't really investigate.
We didn't really look at it. I looked and I couldn't see anyone sitting inside through the windows.
Okay, well, I relayed the information about the Magnum rounds to the
Yeah,
Okay.
party.
yeah. The bullet's still in there. Oh, did you take the bullet out or you just leaving it in there?
Pulov will take the bullet out just to inspect it because it looks kind of different and abnormal. Well, it looks like an shot.
Yeah. Right. Yep, so you take the bullet. You look around also in the entire warehouse and through the jungle gym of all the various machines. You don't hear anything from your passive listening score, just eerie silence. But there's much more to explore inside here.
Yeah, well, one dead body is laying around, it's only one guy.
What if there
Okay.
are two dead bodies?
Well,
Oh.
guys, that bullet just any something bullets in the other person.
Oh, I do pack my loot. I take my Luger everywhere I go. It just he told me not to bring it inside, so I didn't.
Clearly, they didn't fist a gunfight.
Yeah, now that you think about it, I think I'd like to go back to the truck. I'd like to kind of not like trying to like be silent as possible, but quietly get back to the car.
At this point, Pulov...
Okay. So you want to just head back to your
Pulov,
car?
seeing that there was a man shot here, he's going to pull out his 12 gauge from his back, where he's hidden it behind his trench coat.
Jacob, how far are you from the original body? Are you just over by the door cowering, or are you kind of close to the body?
Like, laying on top of it?
Yeah. You're not too
Literally
terribly
by the
close to
door?
it.
I'd say
Yeah.
15 feet of it.
Yeah. It just occurs to you, because of your high law skill, that you remember something about various police investigation stuff. You would know that fingerprinting methods have been adopted rather extensively in the area of New Jersey as a means to identifying people. While everyone else would know that is a thing, they don't know the extent. But you, however, know that in the Elizabeth, New Jersey area, people probably got some background. Police probably got a lot of backgrounds on people. How you use this information is up to you.
Yeah, I want to begin like searching the body for any kind of like identity.
Yeah.
Any like driver's license or anything.
Alright,
So
well,
you
Checking his pockets.
I'm gonna follow and just wipe off and leave the door like
Excellent.
open with our fingers.
Excellent.
I'm sorry.
Again.
So Clyde. All right. So while Tony and Jacob head back to the vehicle, Clyde, you inspect the body. As you inspect the body, you manage to find a wallet, and you open the wallet. You find what appears to be a little bit of an ID, like license, and you also find $3.62.
Heck yeah.
The body appears to be. You identify the person as Luigi Bernhard, an Italian name, similar to the Martusi gang.
Alright, I called to Tony before he walks out. He's like, "Hey Tony, this guy is Italian. You know him from any gang or mob?"
Listen, just because I'm Italian doesn't mean that I'm just an automatic mobster and know every other Italian, okay?
Tony, you're in the damn mob.
Tony does not, unfortunately, know Luigi.
No, Luigi, no, he was never a bar patron. I don't recognize the name.
Alright.
So you finally get to the truck, and I'm guessing you just grab all the vehicles and head back?
Yeah, I got all the guns here.
Yeah.
Get everyone's stuff they stashed.
All right.
I should probably buy it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give Gabe my 12 gauge.
Okay.
Or no, I'll give him the revolver. I'll keep the 12 gauge for myself. I keep the big gun.
Yeah, Ginger the...
So wait, what is Jacob's,
Alright.
Jacob Grove's occupation?
He's
I'm an accountant.
Accountant.
Yep.
Yeah, and I tell him, point this end at the bad guy.
So yeah, I grabbed it like this.
Like this. All right. How do you continue?
All right, got my gun from the car. Was there anything else in the car, or was it just my gun?
It's just your gun.
All right.
And everyone else brought their stuff in.
Sure. All right. Well, I mean, now that we got your fingerprints all over this place, you know that they say cops can look at fingerprints now.
Blame
And I
Russian.
guess we should
Not-
keep on looking
All right.
around.
You continue to walk around more?
Sure, why not? What can...
Do you go by your... Yeah.
And I kind of sit where I am at the moment, kind of shine my flashlight around,
Yeah.
look for any doors or entrances or anything else
Is
suspicious.
Clyde the only one that has the flashlight?
I
Did
think so.
anyone
No,
No,
I
else
everyone
don't.
get a
else has
flashlight?
I'm an accountant. What do I need a...
I have a flashlight.
I have Molotov cocktails, but that's about it.
I do have a flashlight.
Alright. You do. Alright. You have it on you, I'm guessing? That's
yeah.
fine, you have it on you.
If I didn't, I would have been in the car.
Yeah. So you go around a little more, Tony, and you end up coming across what appears to be another body.
See, I said two bodies. Now there's two
He
bodies.
appears to be slumped against to what appears to be a giant vat. But you notice that there's something shining off your light. It looks like to be glass.
Oh,
I want to take a
you
closer
probably
look at
just
this.
fell through.
Investigation.
Let's take a peek at this glass here.
Yeah.
Alright, you get closer, and it looks like to be clenched in his hand a glass bottle of purple liquid with a scratched out sticky label.
I wanna taste the liquid, see if I recognize it.
This is probably not a good
Alright.
idea.
So you taste the liquid. How much are you tasting?
Just the tiniest bit.
Alright. I need you to roll an expert con check.
Okay. That's what I'm.
Just roll a d100, and then you need to compare your expert score for con, which I have your player sheet right here, but I'll let you look for it, because it's okay.
Con.
It's up top, attribute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I passed. Or expert 25.
Your expert's 10.
10. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I got 30. So.
Oh boy. Alright. You suddenly start to feel very sluggish after just tasting one little bit, and you feel like you're going to pass out a little bit.
Ooh, it's got some strong stuff in here. Ooh.
For now on, any further physical checks right now until I say will be taken at a negative 20 modifier.
Okay.
But you do also notice that it tastes very sweet. You also start to look around too, and you feel like you saw something moving in the dark.
Whoa, guys, you see that over there? There's someone went over behind that thing.
Finally, one more piece of information. Upon picking up also the bottle, you see an etched out glass code address labeled Rytle's Pharmacy, which is located also in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Okay.
Right, as in like
Yeah, like Reitel. I'll spell it out.
Can I peel the label off?
It's glass, like
It's etched in.
it's like imprinted in the glass, like, you know what I mean.
It's engraved.
That's what I wanted.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
I wanna make sure someone writes that down.
yeah, I got.
Hey Jacob, you got some paper? Got a thing here. I want to see if we can pick some more of this stuff up later. Ooh, that's strong.
Yeah. So who's all by you? You just right by next to is it just you, Alec, or are you with right next to
Alright,
Jacob?
is this by the body?
He went
I
off
don't know if
himself,
Jacob's
didn't
went
he?
with or not.
Yeah, he's at the second body.
I'll be.
Who loves
I've
it?
just been,
So Clyde just put
Clyde,
himself.
as
guys. I'm beginning to think I came into here.
All right. All right. You shine your light a little more to where you're at, and you see more areas of places to investigate, of jungle gym kind of vats and pipes.
Mhm.
You also see what appears to be on the other side a long hallway. It looks like it's different from a big warehouse. It looks like it's leading to some sort of like probably office complex or something.
Is there anything like on the ceiling at all, or is it just these areas like on
The
floor?
ceiling, all you just see on the ceiling as you take a look, Clyde, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. But
Alright.
actually, wait, excuse me, you have 65 spot hidden. You notice that there's in a corner, it looks like to be missing glass.
So there's like glass on the roof, or there's like a room up there where there's
Okay,
a glass window.
so like 3 stories up high, there's like windows that allow light to come in, basically, and that's kind of shining down into this main giant like vat and pipe networking area. The only thing that's up there
Alright.
is like a catwalk, so to speak, that kind of stretches around the perimeter. Like if you're looking at the if you look at the Roll20 image room, you see how there's like
yeah,
windows
the
up
image
there?
is not.
Yeah.
I don't see the image.
Oh, you
so-
don't see it?
Yeah. Should I just try
It might be.
refreshing or
You might not be zoomed out.
something? Doesn't do
Oh,
anything.
basically, there's some scaffolding, and then there's some trusses.
I'll just try refreshing real quick. Shouldn't do
Okay.
anything.
Right.
Alright, there we go. Okay, I
Yeah.
see.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, I'd like to where that broken window is, I'd like to go like
Up.
kind of near below it and see if anything dropped down from there.
Right. So you walk all the way towards that broken window, which is a little far away from the entrance of where you came from, and an opposite direction of where your party went towards. Well, most of the I
Right.
should say the opposite of where Tony and Pulov went. Jacob, are you with them, or are you with
Yeah.
Clyde?
I'm with,
Okay. Okay, yeah. And from what you can see, it looks like to be the catwalk itself, which on the windows under, appears to be somewhat bent down a little bit. You notice it's a little faint bent. that's kind of like, you don't know if you notice it's like bent down a little bit, like something heavy was onto there, like it thudded on there.
Alright.
So you must have just bounced.
Wait, aren't you with Tony? I'm like on the other side.
Fuck that. What?
Yeah.
I thought Clyde was the one that marked
No.
Clyde.
You are Clyde.
I am Clyde.
And Clyde.
Alright, well,
I got Tony and
yeah, I just
Pulov,
keep
but I
shining
don't
my
know.
flashlight around and seeing if there's like anything on the catwalk or if there's anything that bounced off it and landed down main floor or anything.
You shine around a little more. Give me a spot hidden, Clyde. We'll see how fast you do this.
So, you got a
You
9.
were pretty easily able to find that. As you look more, you're able to see that you don't see any other indents of metal or anything, and you're pretty sure that with the metal, you don't see like anything that could have possibly bounced off of like any sort of items or objects. But you notice with the
Okay.
bend of metal in the catwalk that there isn't any more on the catwalks itself. So like whatever, something landed there and then it must have like moved away.
Okay, so either moved away or something. Alright.
Sure. Tony, let's go back to the other party. So everyone else by the second body. What do you guys do? You're all standing around the second body, kind of just examining it. It's purple liquid.
Yeah, that you might want to lay off that
Is it
stuff.
the same Pulov's gun in the body? There isn't any
Yeah.
gun mark that
What you find this time appears to be a knife wound, like he was cut,
Okay.
and it was pretty kind of clean. Like what you can imagine was like the bodies got close. Whoever did the killer got close, and he just kind of thrusted the knife in, and it's on the throat area. And like before, the body was fresh.
This body is or
Yes, it's
Okay.
fresh. It's fresh.
well, I don't know. I guess I'll just be trying to keep an eye out for the left.
Tony and Jacob, because of your passive listening scores, you start to hear something what you can describe as clicking on the floor.
Yeah. Hey, that it could be that like walking some dress shoes on concrete. I think we should keep our heads low. I think I might just take a little nap here.
I'm gonna take a nap.
It's probably not a good idea to given that of the 3 people are here, of them are dead. It just doesn't seem like it. I mean, I know.
That stuff is strong. Okay. Yeah. You go have a taste of it, huh?
Is he having a hard time like actually staying up on it properly?
Yeah, you can visually see that he looks physically impaired slightly.
Okay, well Pulov is like, all right, you can nap on my shoulder, you up, and so he's gonna pick up.
Well, bartender.
I thought so too. But man, that they put something in that stuff. Ooh. I just wanted to taste it. I just wanted to
Was it
taste it and see
vodka?
what kind it was gonna be. No, it's fruity. I don't know what it was.
You get knocked out from
Sweet.
some
Apparently I
little
couldn't tell.
American drink.
An extensive amount.
All right.
Alright.
So as you
Yeah,
stand there, you still have the offices area to check. There's also more jungle gyms that you can go around and try to look for more stuff. What do you do, main party?
So where was the
Alright,
noise coming from?
You didn't
Okay.
hear it. Only
Yeah.
only Tony and Jacob heard it because they have a higher listen score.
Well, I would like to go to that
Yeah,
noise, but I don't know.
That I heard.
Yeah, you guys hearing that, or is that just me?
Well, I mean, you did hit that, but I too also hit that, right?
Yeah,
Clicking
it's
noise.
it's like tap dance shoes. You ever seen one of those tap dancers?
I've seen lots of dancers in my life.
Mhm.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay. So what do you do?
Well, I'm sitting on Pulov's back, getting a piggyback ride.
Yeah, agreed.
So I'm gonna wander in a direction.
And I'll
Yeah.
fall behind him
You kind of
with.
you get a sort of sense of direction. It's the opposite side of the office buildings, I would say. I should say the office hallway-ish thing, we'll call it. We'll just call it a hallway.
Was it
Clyde.
Anton? Was here. Someone was there.
Giovanni was gonna. It's a job from Giovanni.
Giovanni, whatever.
Alright. Clyde,
Yeah.
your hair...
Yeah,
As
go
you
on.
continue to just kind of look around and investigate, The hair on the back of your neck starts to stiffen a little bit, and you feel a cold breeze trickle right through you. You question to yourself, is the dark and isolation getting to you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and try to find the rest of the party though, and like tell them that something is going on here. Not really liking
Do
it.
you go the way you came, or do you go down the new pathway that it seems to be?
Well, I like lower my flashlight a bit and see if I can see like their light over the machines around there. And
yeah.
Try to find my way through
They
there.
can see where your light is up. You can, as you shine it up, they can see where it is, but there's a lot of other stuff on the way to try to get to you.
Oh, maybe I'll just go back the way I came and try to going down the route I saw Tony go down then.
All right. As the main pair starts to make their way towards Collide, Tony, you feel as if the dark shadows of the machines were watching you and the walls were warping before your eyes. You feel like something's starting to get to you a little bit. I need you to make a sanity roll.
Okay.
Okay. You appear to be fine. Maybe it's just the strong whatever alcohol you had getting to you.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Eventually, you guys make your way back to each other, and you reunite.
Hey, Clyde, how's the dead guy going?
Wait, you
Looks
talking to
pretty
me?
dead.
Yeah, you're
Hey.
Clyde, aren't you? At least I think you're Clyde.
Well, I don't know.
I
Did
can't
we
really
meet up
tell.
yet?
Yeah,
No?
you guys meet up. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
meet up.
Okay.
And we're heading towards the
Alright.
sound.
Yeah. Well, I tell him about the broken window and bent catwalk and stuff, and there not really being any evidence of that what broke it or bent it.
Mhm.
I don't like the look of this place. We should probably head out and tell Anthony here what happened.
As you guys continue to talk, you hear all of you hear what sounds to be a loud metal bang that's coming from the other way from where you guys came, where the main party, where the hallway was, from where the big party kind of came.
It's the hallway like opposite of the entrance.
Yeah, it's
in
opposite.
there.
It's like from the entrance, you'd have to go. Yeah, it's opposite.
Okay.
Guys, I think we should get out here.
Yeah, I shine my flashlight in the general direction of that noise and spot anything moving.
As much as you wished, you didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Hey now,
Yeah.
I don't sleep every day.
Alright.
Was that a character?
Yeah, I call out into the darkness. Hello? Is anyone out there?
Hey, shh. Clyde, do you
Clyde.
not see the two dead bodies, Clyde?
Clyde,
Someone shot him with a
Call out
gun,
to the
Clyde.
darkness.
the predator must stalk the
You,
prey.
you hear the sounds very weak. Help.
I'd like to try to take my feet and imitating like riding a horse. I'd like to dig my invisible spurs into Pavlov to try to get him to take me out of here.
Alright. So Pavlov and
Pavlov.
Tony are going to try to exit.
No way. Pulov is like,
Oh, Tony, you come with us.
Don't be pussy.
yes, exactly.
So what do you guys do then?
Man who claims
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, this is yeah.
I take out my 12 gauge at this point, though.
And Pulov, for what it's worth, is like has Tony over his shoulder, but also in his other free arm has his 12 gauge, like one handing it,
Mhm.
just for the
Mhm.
sake, well, the hell of it.
Mhm. Alright. So as you go ahead and you start to make your way towards the noise, think you can track. You go through a few twists and turns, but you finally eventually make it, and it appears to be towards the entryway of the long hallway that was described earlier. And what you can see is a body that's, you see in a distance, he's trying to crawl a little bit. Like he's crawling, something lying prone.
That one's still moving.
Should probably go.
Yeah, I cautiously walk towards them, shine the flashlight around, seeing I can spout whatever did this to the man, or if there's anything suspicious about the man himself.
Alright. He looks like to be in the same... You don't see anything suspicious around him other than just the blood that's trailing all behind him.
Was it trailing like outside the hallway or into the hallway or something?
It is trailing from the hallway and it's coming out and he's just
Okay.
outside there.
Alright.
He's just
there's a trail of blood that he's
Okay.
dragging through the hallway. So, but yeah, I go up and look around. And I guess there's nothing. So I try helping him. I guess.
All right. You turn him over, and you can see that he has what appears to be lost a lot of blood, and it looks like to be the result of more bullet wounds this time.
All right. Is there any way he's gonna like live through here, or not really?
He's in bad shape, and none of you appeared to... What's all of your guys' first... Let me just actually take a look real quick. Think all your first aid is 30? All of your first aids are 30?
Yeah.
From your guys' opinion, not being medically trained, you think he's probably a goner. But maybe there is some hope.
Do you recognize this guy at all?
Tony, you think you recognize Cesare is his name.
Hey, Cesare. Is that you?
He's a frequent patron at your bar, and he seems to just serve as a guard for Giovanni's sort of tasks. You recognize him though a few times, usually delivering news about delivering new sales or stuff that might come in and what they could supply to your speakeasy, Tony. But anyways, as you speak to Cesare, he's like, he just says, he coughs. What? Traitor, he says.
Traitor.
Never.
That's my joke.
You feel his life basically slowly going away. Or I should say, you feel him starting to get weaker and weaker to whoever's holding the body.
Alright. Yeah, I try like
Yeah,
keeping the
stabilize.
blood in, trying to keep him conscious. But
All this blood is outside of him. We need to fix that.
yeah, get a bucket.
Get a bucket.
No, I keep trying. I try to question him further. It's like, you gotta tell us what happened here. Cut.
And he just
I
spuges
see.
out a lot more blood that goes out through his chin. Looking pretty grotesque.
But who would
Just-
try to betray Giovanni? He's the scariest man in the entire city.
As you all keep looking down at him, Tony, you're listening, keeps picking up weird noises, but you think you feel something looking at you right now.
I want to turn the face wherever I feel like this would be coming from.
You turn, and it looked like a being of the darkness, as its shape seems to be very disoriented into a blob. A pair of complete red eyes penetrate the dark, staring at you, Tony. Pairs of what you think limbs are beginning to move, and your mind shouts at you to do something. As you keep looking at this thing, though, it looked very disturbing to you of how it just seems to move. I need you to roll another sanity. 23. Alright. Despite, you are able to collect yourself a little bit, but you still take 1 sanity damage.
Okay.
So you basically subtract that from your 50,
Yep.
and you're at 49 sanity.
Yep.
Your mind screams at you to do something as the thing jumps.
Holy hell, what the shit is that? And I look at immediately fire Luger at it.
Pulov in this,
right.
hearing that, will probably be like freaking out and
Yeah.
drop him.
Everyone hears that.
Drop him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shine my flashlight in the area as I hear a little gunfire.
Alright, I need you to make a firearms roll then,
The dude
Alec.
100.
But you have to subtract minus 20 because you're...
Intoxicated in some way.
Ooh.
Oh no. Alright. So, your gun... How many shots, by the way, do you fire? Do you just fire 1 or a few?
Probably a few.
Alright, so you'd fire your maximum you can fire is 3. So, I need you to roll that again, but now you need to do a minus 30.
Won't this be like plus 20? Because
Yeah,
the lower
that's
number
what I was
better.
wondering.
Wait.
Because so, like,
I-
Oh,
it'd be
wait.
115, right? And then that'd be like under a certain miss, right?
yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, right.
Because like,
Let's see, he would be at 95.
Yeah.
He would have failed that one.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so it'd be
be-
plus 30.
Yeah, it
Never
would be a
mind.
crit, but it would be bad.
And then another one, because if you find another one, but that'd be at plus 40. each a successive shot fired in a rapid
Wow.
fire.
There we go. So that's my gun, whatever fail, right?
Fire.
Gun malfunction's
Alright.
100.
All right. So as you fire your gun, all your shots missed, and you can kind of see the direction of what you guys are trying to see. You can see the general direction of what Tony is trying to fire at. Clyde, you shine your flashlight onto it for a moment, and your eyes set on something that you thought only existed in horror tales. For a brief moment, you see thick, unkept fur covering whatever shape you think it is. You see streaks of blood clamping on what appears to be molted hair. Red eyes seem to bore into you as its long, sharp claws and yellow teeth seem to form from what appears to be a canine head. The thing seems to just gurgle in rage as Alec tries to shoot at it before it suddenly scampers off right behind one of the different machines.
How good of a look did
And-
we all get?
You were all turning towards. You all turned when Tony,
Who was shooting?
when he started to, yeah, and with the flashlight going there briefly, you kind of got a little bit of a. You got a little, probably about 2 seconds or something worth of scene on the whatever
Okay.
it was. But as you all look at it, everyone needs to make make a sanity roll, except for Tony because he's already seen it.
Easy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Who loves hunted these before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Fine, Clyde. Tony.
Hmm?
Oh wait, not Tony.
That is not a puppy.
All right, I need you to roll a d8. Figure out how much sanity you lose. Yeah.
All right,
Oh my god. I roll like today.
guys. I don't. Where do I?
So
You just
first
said
off, you
accountant.
subtract 8 sanity from your 70.
Like in the fetal position. That's not a puppy.
All right. So now I need you to make an intelligence roll. Take your intelligence score and roll it.
Everyone?
Just a second. I gotta.
No, just Gabe. He rolled what's known as temporary insanity. He lost 5 or more sanity points in one event. This is one of the mechanics. Yeah, now roll your intelligence. Okay, you succeed. So,
Wait, why is it a D70?
wait, what? Oh,
That's
yeah. Oh, you have to roll. You have to roll a D100.
And then it's probably
because
lower.
anything above 70 is going to
Yeah,
succeed.
okay.
Anything, no, yeah. Or I mean, anything above it's going to fail, and anything below it's going to succeed.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just compare number 2 with D100. You always roll D100, basically, unless you're
Yeah.
doing those special, like, gunfires or take damage.
100.
I don't see anything.
I don't know, is it?
does.
There you go.
Alright, yeah, you're still good.
Okay, so you, what did you do? You succeeded?
Yeah, because this thing is 70.
Alright. So, as I quote, okay, so you succeeded. So your mind processes that it actually saw was something that was real, and it did not repress the memory if you were to fail it.
Ah.
So what happens now is I get to roll a d10 on my end. 8. So what happens is, because of your temporary insanity, I first get to do a lot of fun things in the background, which I'll do, but right now, because of what you saw and what you said, that's not a puppy, you start to react very hysterically in an emotional outburst. You are either laughing, crying, screaming for about, well, you're laughing, crying, and screaming for basically a set amount of time that I roll. And that's what's happening to you right now for seeing such a horrible thing.
You go in the fetal position.
Oh, yeah. Just keep thinking through. Alright. And as that's happening, you hear it, you all kind of hear it now just clicking around in the background.
Oh, like the
Does it sound like
footprints?
claws on like the concrete or something?
Yep, it sounds like claws.
Yeah.
You can probably theorize that the clicking sound
Yeah.
is claws hitting
I would still have access to the bullet that I picked out of that guy's body, right?
Yeah, that's what I've been waiting to say this whole time. It's
Yeah.
like, Pulav, you
So
you got that bullet, right?
Yes, I'm going to look at it.
Do you have a point for?
Has it been fired?
Yeah, it had been
though?
fired.
Yeah,
I can
it's
put it
been-
in, but I want to examine what the contents of it are exactly.
All right. All right. I would need you to make an appraisal.
So I'm pretty sure.
It's like
Yeah.
5% default.
Okay.
I-
GG, here we go. This is going to be easy.
Do you want to know how to hire appraisal?
Alright.
Oh
Yeah.
Jesus!
I have no
That's not
idea
gonna work
what
even if
this
you had
is.
appraisal.
Dude's bullet.
You look through, and unfortunately, your many times of hunting did not realize what the material of the bullet is. But
Who has...
you think it's just some piece of metal.
Well,
What?
you guys know what those.
Oh yes, it is a Turkish thimble.
You guys know what those stories about the beasts in the night are. You know, they can kill them with silver bullets.
Who has a high appraisal? Do you have somebody else look at this?
I'll let him roleplay it out. Jacob.
Accountant?
I do not have a high appraisal. It's only like 20.
Yeah, you have the highest out of everyone.
We're the only person
And you're in
that-
Still,
and he's-
like-
besides, I'm-
Yeah.
He's unfortunately unable to do checks as a part of being in hysteria. Like he can't do mental.
Can I at
tasks.
least look at it and see that it looks silvery?
Yeah, sure. You spend a little more time looking at
But
it.
I wouldn't know for
Um,
sure, but I could leave that is looking, it looks like silver.
Yeah, you definitely can maybe identify that it looks you can think it looks like silver. You have an idea, but you're not sure about it. But it takes you a little bit of time to.
Hey, can we put the hold for
different-
Yeah, we can probably
Alright,
take a
Sure,
break, I
okay.
guess.
Been
Yeah.
on for an hour and 15 minutes.
So
All right, we're back into the game.
Oh, it's a game.
All right.
The first thing I want to check is if this, the hallway you're in, if there's some kind of heavy door barrier that can be closed.
You see what appears to be an office way, like a little small office with a door.
Just like a wooden
Yep,
door.
wood.
Alright. That's not gonna help.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
gonna tell the
So you
others.
guys are all standing right at the entranceway of this hallway, and you notice there's one office that's behind you that Clyde was investigating. Tony tried shooting 3 times unsuccessfully at a weird being, and it disappeared into the dark. You don't have any sight lines to the entryway because of all the different machines and vats. What do you do?
If we got on the vats, would there be a way to walk across to the entrance/exit or no?
It would be, but it'd be not good footing.
Can
So you would probably judge that you'd have to make a few, maybe jump checks to get across.
is it possible that the creature was leaving footprints or scrape marks in the concrete where we so we could back it?
Yeah. Now that you've actually looked now that you looked and saw the thing, you can feel like you start to see what appears to be track marks, maybe in the concrete, what looks like to be part of the thing. I would have you make a track check, Wyatt, and see how well you can track it.
Okay, yeah, I passed this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So does it appear to be
So-
trying to where does it appear to be going?
It appears to be heading back towards the entrance. It looks like, from what you can gather from the tracks, but it seems to do a lot of loops, and sometimes the tracks disappear onto what you can think going back on top of the vats itself, as if it's climbing on top of there.
Okay. So we probably don't want to be headed towards the end where we came in. We might need to go a separate route to get out.
It's kind of up to us. But
But
It's up to you guys.
yeah.
it might, yeah.
It might be trying to ambush us at the end. We may want to actually go out a different route. Or we can go hunt it down. I mean, I like hunting big beasts. That's kind of my thing. It's up to
Do
you.
you think big beasts shoot people with guns?
Not this again.
I'm kind of curious. These guys didn't look like they committed suicide. I'm wondering if there's something else down there. It seems like this guy is still alive. I wonder if there's someone with a gun further down.
Hmm.
Right.
Now cowboy. instead of an Italian mobster.
What do you do?
Well, there's something ain't right about this whole place, but that beast is in here somewhere. And I don't think going back to the entrance, we're gonna make it. I think we should
Yeah, I
keep
think
moving.
we go on ahead.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, Jacob, get up. Kick him a bit.
So, yeah.
We're going.
What's up?
We're going
Yeah.
Does it?
Now, how is your character describing this as he's speaking? Is he like hysterical? Is he like sobbing in his words? Oh, okay.
So is he like no longer like hysteric then?
He's still hurt bad from it. He's still hysteric for now, but
So he's hysterically crying, or
he's
what?
hysterically crying. But I would say he's. I looked back into the rules a little bit. He'll be fine with doing skill checks and such.
All right, I swing my arm over him and say, "All right, let's keep going."
So you continue further
March on forward to the darkness with the flashlight.
into the darkness.
I kind of want to see what the bloodied says, so
You keep falling.
kind of it's a long
Yeah.
hallway. So as soon as there's a branch
Yeah.
or something,
You
wanna
pass by through
beware.
different types of a few doors along the way, but the doors are open. They're definitely not locked. One of them you can see appears to be a bathroom. You see a few more what appears to be like small little storage rooms of like mechanical supplies. You eventually reach what appears to be a door that's been opened with a bloodied hand, and it looks like to be definitely some sort of like filing cabinet office sort of place. Of course, because it's 1920s, there's no computers, so the next best thing is you see is typewriters and filing cabinets. You also see a safe underneath a desk, and it appears to be shut.
Open or closed?
Shut.
Eh.
But you
Alright.
definitely can
Well.
see where the blood trail seems to have started here.
Alright, I'll just wait for the rest of the group to catch up if they decide to come.
Yeah, I was following you the whole time.
I'm kind of like holding
Very
on
good.
to love.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say for a sec now, after dropping Tony one time, Pulav will just be kind of like steady. So he's still kind of upright, but like holding on.
I check back real quick just make sure that Beast isn't following us, or if I hear anything or something.
What's your listen? Your
It's default, so
The only person that
Like
hears
20 or
anything
30.
is Tony, and what he can hear is just what sounds to be like something dragging. Like something's being dragged and it feels heavy.
Ugh.
is it like metal or is
No,
it like
something's
It's like clothing.
Something's sliding around
Alright.
on the concrete.
Oh.
Are you guys hearing this? It's very faint. I can hear something being dragged.
I can't hear that.
But you can tell him that. Alright. So you're out at this office area, and you have the safe that is still closed, and you have a wooden door along with a bunch of filing cabinets. There is no windows, and it's entirely bricked in. What do you do?
what skill would it be to try to open the safe?
From here, you can use either a locksmith, or you can do a hard operate, a hard what was the skill called? Something machine.
That's not a mechanical repair.
What was
Maybe
it?
it's electrical repair.
No. Hold on, I
No,
wrote
it's not a
wrote this
machine to
down
save.
somewhere. Where did I?
Drive
It
auto.
was no, no. It appears to.
Whoa.
Auto.
I don't think it'd be drive auto, but in any case, I do wish to
Yeah.
leave Gabe out here, out in the hallway,
Don't.
and
Let me see where it was. It was. Oh, it's mechanic. I think something mechanic.
Mechanic repair.
There's a lot of mechanic repair. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
only one I see.
Yeah, it was mechanical repair.
All right. Yeah, I'll leave Gabe out in the hallway and say, "You guys watch the hallway. I'm gonna check out the safe here."
You got it.
And I take out my pipe wrench and try to either smack it open or whatever. Try to open it some way.
Yeah. So I need you to roll a hard mechanical repair.
Okay, so I need an 18
Yes.
or lower.
I think
Okay,
that's what it
gonna
is. Let me
be-
take a look at your character sheet. Mechanical repair. You need a 45.
Oh, what's
18 is expert.
18 one. Okay. Crack my knuckles and yeah, there. Give it a good old smacking.
You unsuccessfully are able to open it at this time. You can probably try a little again later in another span of time. So, as he's trying to do that...
Take my wrench and kind of just like poke it.
Yeah.
I poke the screws on it.
As he's trying to open up the safe, everyone in the hallway, you can start to see flashlights on the other side, lights at the other side, and you can guess that they're flashlights coming over by the entrance. You can count 3 of them.
Oh
I'm
dear.
nervous about cops. Can I hear any sirens?
No, you did not hear any sirens.
Is there any like flashing red blue lights, or is it just white?
Just white
flashlight type
flashlights.
I think we should keep quiet.
Move them into the room and shut the
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
All right, Jacob, stay in here. I'll be over soon, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah. All right. What do you guys do? Clyde, I'm guessing you want to try the lock again.
Yep.
You can roll it
Trying
again.
that. Oh boy.
How close are the lights? Oh
It's
yeah.
44. So
Wait, no,
still
it-
Oh, you passed it.
No, it's
Maybe
45.
45.
Oh no,
Yeah.
barely passed. All right.
What if it's
Yeah,
in
I thought it
tie?
All right. As
Do ties win?
ties go to, I think they count as successes. We'll call it a success.
All right. I mean, that would make sense
Yeah.
because you have 1 skill point
Yeah.
in, or like 1 point.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, you open up the safe, and what appears to be in here, other than a stack of $50 bills, is you also see, yeah, you also see what appears to be a piece of paper, or you see like a Manila envelope, I should say,
Yeah.
and then on it, it's labeled VAT records and purchasing locations.
Yeah. Something for the accountant.
Well, maybe we should figure out. We should figure out what Tony drank.
Right. So then, I'm guessing you share this to, you told...
Yeah, I share what my findings. Well, I say that the money I found was a little bit under what it actually was, and I pocketed. How much money
50.
was in there? All right, I take 10.
I take 10. You get 5.
What if it was just one bill?
No, it's a stack of, like, ones.
A stack of ones,
Uh,
yes. Making it rain.
What, they had $50 bills back then?
Well,
Are
you could say
crazy?
like a
Could've been
$10.
like five.
I mean, maybe like 10s or
you
something.
know, $2 $10 and
Or
like a
mixed.
30, whatever.
You
It
can say
doesn't make
whatever.
any difference.
Never.
Lots of $30 bills.
Yeah,
in
it
here.
really doesn't matter. But yeah.
So
But I
wait,
do.
you're giving us free money?
What was that, Jake? Gabe?
I hold on to the money,
Oh,
but I say I only found 40.
what roll are you trying to make? Oh, no, what ends up happening is I rolled a die on here, and you're doing that for that much hours. I will say to you that you have, well, no, actually, you have basically a few hours to go.
Okay, so is he making a lot of noise?
You can still do, yeah, he's still kind of like sobbing controllably. He's not like loud, but he's obviously still shaking and shivering, but he can still do skill checks and such like
Are
that.
these lights, these flashlights getting closer?
Yeah, they're starting to come a little closer. You can see that
Can
they're
I
probably inside the building now.
try to make sure Jacob is actually quiet and like cover his mouth or something?
Yeah,
Because we
How
don't
do you
want
want- you
them
just
to
cover his
figure out
mouth?
where we are. Like
you can do that.
I guess I'll try like not really like smothering him or whatever, like trying to murder him, but like make him quiet, like cover his mouth or something.
Yeah,
It's like a hand over the mouth.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're able to do that pretty easily.
So, do we want to hide in
So
this
the
room?
flashlight.
Is the question from these people?
I think it's better if we keep moving.
Okay.
They might search
So
the
we'll
room.
keep. I'll try to
Alright.
keep Tony stable.
So how do you move? Do you just all right? So I'm guessing you want to maintain really quiet.
Yeah, we'll try to be as quiet as possible.
Yeah. Well, maybe not as quiet as possible. Just like not make any.
Yeah.
Stop
Okay.
Jacob here from whining.
He's sobbing.
All right. So who
I'm
has
not
the-
whining.
And then I just like put his
All right. So everyone,
hand over his mouth.
everyone, give me their stealth scores.
I think I have 20. Stealth.
Stealth
Yeah,
scores.
20.
20.
20. Everyone has 20.
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. So I'll let you guys decide how you want to do this. You guys can either if you all want to be quiet and not make much noise, you can 20. Nice. You can either all roll separately and see if you guys succeed, or you can elect one person to roll, and that will count for the entire group.
Yeah, that seems
one
like
person
statistically better.
Yeah, that only works when one bit's all varying, but everyone is. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll for us. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, so close.
Mhm.
Wasn't terrible though.
This one.
Killed.
No, it's not.
As you guys all
but
try to
I
get
don't know.
out through the area, you are able to narrowly avoid making any sort of loud noises by moving through and wading through all your gear, but you made too slow of a progress in what you would like. You did not make any loud noises that would alert, at least what you think, but you didn't make it as far as you have hoped to. And right now you are outside the office areas, and you just got more machineries and pipes and vats to kind of maneuver around through. And the flashlights appear to be what you can describe as where they're at where you found the first body,
Alright.
just based off relative locations.
Can we listen to maybe what their reaction is to the bodies? Like, dead
Oh,
guy.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys can hear. Yeah, you all can listen to this. You guys all start to hear what sounds like Italian accents, and they're going, "It's Luigi, isn't he?"
Not Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi. And then they kind of look, and yeah, that's what you just hear.
Okay. So their look sounds like
They don't regard it too
mobsters.
much.
They're mobsters,
Italians,
perhaps.
likely.
And we don't want to be in with mobsters.
Mhm.
Is it a factory or a warehouse? Then?
You didn't.
Warehouse, kind of, or it's more of like a factory because it's where you
the
build all the
vats,
pipes and
yeah,
machinery.
yeah.
Yeah. Tony.
Yep.
Despite having some ties with the Martsuzi gang, they don't view you as a part of their gang.
Yeah, I'm more
Okay.
just like a lackey.
So we got no ins
Or like
here.
an associate.
Yeah, no, I don't think unless I'm pretty sure I don't recognize any of them. But if I do, I'm sure I would know now.
How far away?
Yeah.
Could I make like a distracting noise in a different way to try to lead them onto a part so we can avoid them?
How would you make a distracting
like
noise?
I don't know, throw a rock or something.
Very
Yeah,
video game logic,
I
like-
would say yes, but there isn't any rocks nearby.
Okay.
You do have.
I do have
Molotovs, though.
Molotovs.
Hey, I know this is kind of extreme, but I could roll this Molotov, try to get them off our tail for.
And set this place on fire while we're still
Yeah,
inside.
it's an extreme measure.
I don't think that's going to distract them very well. There's only one place they can go. It's down this hallway.
Right. You see the flashlights moving on from the main body, and they seem to be moving towards what you can guess to be the second body. From your guys' location, your guys are kind of all scrunched behind some sort of like vat kind of gym, like a little vat that's hiding you. You can essentially think of it as like locations of where they are. So like they're probably about one location away from you, if that makes sense.
Good.
No, I can maybe draw this out too if this helps you. No grids. I can draw this nice freeform
Is
shapes.
it are you doing this in roll 20?
Yeah. It's a banana.
Banana.
I don't know what kind of bananas you're eating.
Disgusting.
Mine are round. Oh, so each of these boxes are rooms.
Like think of them as zones because they're separated by either machinery that makes it hard to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a combination of rooms and ground.
Yeah. So right now you guys, this is the office.
Okay.
You guys are here.
So we came from the X.
Yes.
Right.
And then they're right there and yeah.
So they basically came from the opposite. Or wait.
Yeah.
Okay. And where are the bodies?
They
Can
came
you point
from-
out where the
Or we
bodies
came
are?
from the X.
Sure, yeah. So the bodies are going to be purple, or this color, because why not? Oh, that's not the right button. So the body is right. That's black. Body right here. Body right here. And the bird body was like right here.
All right.
And then
Okay.
the vat where Alec tasted stuff is right here.
in the middle. So that office area, it kind of just ended there.
Yep.
The hallway didn't continue.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, now that makes
Yeah, I thought we were going into like another
Complex.
yeah.
area. Yeah.
I did not specify that. And next time I'll draw maps when it comes to big
I didn't
areas.
know we were going back
Yeah.
in here.
Okay, so I guess we're that was the exit is like technically where we entered from, right?
Yep, that's where you entered from.
We're assuming, well, from my team tracking skills, that there could very well be the beast
puppy.
could be over towards that direction.
Go ahead and say what you want to say. You were going to say werewolf.
Yes, I know. So we could, but there's no other exits that we could that we have seen that could avoid both of those potential hazards, like the people and the.
There is one thing Clyde knows.
Oh, the catwalk. Yeah, there are some catwalks up there. If we can get up there, we might be able to make it across safely.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, is there any like doorways or anything, stairs?
No, it's not. It's all on the same ground level. Things that are just blocking everything is various machines and stuff like that. It's not. Oh, for the catwalk. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys notice that there is a ladder towards the catwalks that are over towards. Let me just draw it here. Ladder was right here.
But they're kind of heading towards that.
Yeah, maybe that's not the end. If we got up to the catwalk area, are there like windows that go to the roof or anything?
Yeah, there's windows that go to the roof.
Okay.
And you could probably climb out there from going from the window, and you could just climb up with some handholds.
Huh.
So one possible way is we can get up to the roof and find a way down from the outside.
You have two ways. One,
But they might hear us go up the ladder.
Yeah. You can also climb on the machines and try to get up there.
Oh, no,
But climbing
no.
machines would be more difficult.
Kulav's like, no,
Yeah.
we are not going.
Also,
We're not going to climb
I'm
on
a little
the
too
factory.
tipsy for that.
I think we should ladder in my Pulov's.
So
The blue is them.
Yeah,
Okay, the blue's them. And they
I'm-
were already at the
yeah. I'd
first
much
body.
rather
Yeah.
face the group of known threats rather than W.
Yeah, one more thing. Do we hear that that tapping noise of like paws on the concrete
You do
anywhere?
not hear that
I
anywhere.
don't hear anything.
No.
I think our best bet is just trying to go down near the broken window and going out the main
I
exit.
like that idea better.
Fine.
All right.
think
So you
we're
guys,
agreed for.
so
to
you
do
guys
that,
go
yeah.
towards the ladder. No.
No.
Oh,
Wait,
wait.
did he just?
You go.
We were going down towards the window and then trying to go around the guys
Okay.
and get to the exit.
So right here, we'll say.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You
Now
guys-
I see where the broken
Uh,
window is. All right, that makes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. How do I draw?
Right side.
Yeah, we're trying to. Oh Jesus.
The
It's
swirly.
okay. I will fix your mistake.
Yeah, we're trying to like
Yeah.
go in this direction.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. Like these yellow lines, are there ways to like
You can like.
get through these yellow lines? I guess.
Oh yeah, like.
Pathways.
Right. Pathways.
Like I'm assuming there is since we got here, but
Yeah. Here, I'll
Is
go
there a
ahead
way
and draw
to
like
get-
little like areas that pathways.
yeah. Prioritize like the bottom area because that's where we're trying to go.
That's a pathway here. Oh god, these are terrible.
That's good enough. Yeah.
That's good enough. All right, yeah, like that way.
There you go. Good. All right. So you make it there,
Well,
and the flashlights. As you guys, you guessing you guys are trying to move quietly
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
yeah, I want to turn off my flashlight and stuff as
All right. Roll another stealth.
Should I do it again for us?
One person. Yee.
well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
You manage to make no noise, and you're able to go at a better pace now that you corrected your mistakes from earlier. And you hear more Italian accents as they suddenly discover what you can assume to be the other body.
Information you can hear from that or exchange.
Anyone
or-
speaks Italian?
I was born in Florence.
Yes.
My
okay.
parents
So,
spoke heavy Italian to me as
Mhm.
a child.
yeah.
It's
So what you hear next is, so you pick up the words. Oh, he's dead too. Poor Benedict.
Okay.
That's what you hear. So it looks like they're just investigating the bodies, and you also hear, "I find the schmuck that did this."
They don't.
Another
They
schmuck.
don't seem to know who killed the people.
Mhm.
Also, that guy's name is Benedict. they seem to be about as lost as we are.
We'll talk about this when
Yeah.
we're out, right?
Yeah, remember the echoes. All right, your next move, chess players.
So we're probably just heading straight for the
Done.
exit, right?
Where
So
are
with the green
we?
dot
You're at
by the
the-
red line.
I mean, can we? Is the broken windows like on the upper
Yeah.
levels, right?
So your
Okay, yeah, then yeah.
so is there a way to
your
get
next
up there?
best bet,
Where are we?
either the ladder or climbing on machines.
So we have to climb on broken machines.
Yeah, I
to
think
get to
that's
the
more
broken
of
window.
like.
I meant to say regular machines.
Yeah, but we'd rather probably just go through the exit because climbing machines make a lot of noise.
I am so big.
All right, so you go to the exit way.
Yeah.
All right.
Where are we right now?
Yeah,
Are
we're
we
the green
Yeah,
dot.
you're the green.
Okay.
All right. So how do you rush towards it, or do you go quietly?
Stealth.
I'd say we keep trying to go quiet.
I feel
We
like
don't want
someone
them
else
to
should
know we're
roll. I feel like my luck is.
Like
I think Clyde.
here. I even
That's
had very
next
good rolls
one
this
roll.
game.
Who's had the worst roll? They're bound.
that.
I had 100, not
Let's
that long
go
ago.
for it, Blake.
Actually, you know what? Instead, I'll just say
Alright.
that you guys you succeed once. I'll just say you guys know how to stealth. You're not retarded at this point. No, you guys you got it right first.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not going to make you roll for appeasement. So you guys start to make your way towards the exit, and then who's the first one? Who's one leading?
Yeah, I'll be
Alright,
taking
Clyde.
care of the little kitties. They're all either drunk or going crying.
Little baby men.
All right, as you make it to the exit, Clyde, you see, and your heart drops a little bit, a guy in a trench coat and a fedora hat standing there. Not Antonio, but another guy who's carrying what appears to be a Tommy gun.
All right.
He is kind of looking,
well, as I-
but he notices you, but you have the first reaction.
Oh,
Well, that's-
oh dang. You noticed me. Okay. How far away is he?
Like, are you looking for an exact yard measurement, or what do you want to do?
I mean, can I like run up to him and smack him on the head before he can react?
With his big wrench.
He might
Yeah.
be able to get a volley off before he
A
can.
volley.
A volley. And
I would have to
a volley of swings or a volley of shots.
of course. What you could do is you can do a contest of decks to see if you would be able to just reach to him and swing your wrench at him before he reacts.
Throw your wrench.
Therefore, but if you fail, he'll obviously shoot at you. Or you can
Yeah. How difficult would it be to do that? I suppose.
the contest.
Yeah, like what
You would
I
roll
have
your
to-
dex, and he would roll his unknown dex number, and you would compare successes. If you both succeed, it's whoever had the
lowest.
yeah. If one rolls an expert and the other one rolls a normal, the one with the expert goes.
Oh,
You don't know how
Okay.
fast he can go, so you're gambling.
Yeah.
but he for sure saw him.
You said there is maybe another option, or
Yeah. You're pretty sure that, he's looking at you, but he's not registered anything. Like, he's not realized wait, that's not one of my guys. But he's not raising his gun right now. But he's just he squints his eyes a little bit.
All right. I'm gonna take advantage of that, and I'm gonna try running towards him. But I'm also gonna take out my flashlight and shine it directly at his face. See if I can disorient him a bit as I'm running up there.
All right. So yeah, I'll give you a bonus for or I'll give a penalty to him.
Yeah.
So I'll have you go ahead and roll a D100.
Go Blake.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Ah!
It would have
no.
been, let's see. And his dex was,
I failed.
Just
and with the
Blake gets his gun
negative
down.
penalty, I will say you get the creativity though with the whole flashlight. He starts to fire
Yeah.
his gun, but the volley goes off away. So let me just go ahead and do another D100. Oh. Nope. Plus 10. Oh. His volley of shots missed completely.
That's good.
That is okay with me.
But it's obviously loud, and you suddenly...
Yep.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get a more fitting music soundtrack at this point, because we have guns!
A Mexican
I have
stand.
to roll a dex thing too, since I'm trying to get to him as fast as I can. Or
hold on 1 second. me just get the right mood going.
Or I guess that's what the dex thing was
Yeah.
for. Huh?
Type. It's loading.
All right. So, let me get a piece of paper. Oh, I just realized this doesn't match too much. Oh well.
That's good enough.
Okay, alright. So what happens is he shoots, but he completely misses his volley. You're able to close the gap. Everyone else gets a chance, but you're going to be your turn, so I'm just going to say, Blake. Alright.
So I'm like face to face with this guy
Yeah,
now, huh?
you're at 2 is,
Alright.
you failed it, but you're at his face now, so you can roll to see if you want to hit him, which I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I do want to hit him.
Alright, give me your fighting brawl roll.
Fighting brawl. That is a
Alright.
90, so.
Also, if you look into your handouts page, you have a melee weapon combat rules. You can do something called a maneuver, and then you don't, instead of having to do damage, you can do different things to them instead of dealing damage. They work the same, it's just you gotta tell me what you're gonna do.
Oh, is that stat thing you
Like
gave
the
me?
melee combat rules? Yeah.
Yeah, how do I open that again? Oh, no.
Should be shown to you guys.
It is. Yeah, I see it. It was in the
Yeah.
journal.
So, quick thing I will say is that maneuvers, you do a fighting brawl, and then what you can do is you can either inflict penalties, give advantage to allies, restrain the target, disable or wrestle item out of target, or you could just like shove them and have everyone move.
Is he at the exit
Yeah,
doorway,
he's at
or
the
is he
exit.
at the? I guess I can try disarming him. Huh?
Yeah, so just give me a fighting brawl roll.
All right.
Now, alright, what did you roll? You rolled a 40. Your brawl is what?
80 or 90.
You succeed. So then what he gets to do is he gets to do a fighting back, which is how combat resolves, and that's basically he gets to roll his own brawl, but the tie goes to you.
Right.
And if he wins, though, he gets to inflict melee damage back to you, which at this case he's just using a gun, so it's just going to be like a D4 or something little.
All right.
Yeah.
Minor. Do I have to roll again, or?
He failed.
Alright.
So you disarm the gun out of his hand. Do you take the gun?
If I can just slide it away,
Yeah.
or maybe like towards the others, that'd be
Do
good.
that.
All right. Yeah, I do
All
that.
right. Okay. Next up is Tony.
Alright.
The gun is slid to you, but you're still physically impaired.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, because you're freaking.
I wanna-
drunk.
Actually, no, it's Puvlov, excuse me. You got the negative 20 thing because you're slightly intoxicated.
Sure.
Puvlov, gun is slid to you. You're up. Guy is disarmed. Blake is right next to him.
Can I close the distance on him?
Yeah, you can move.
Or like,
At this
I
point, it's
guess
not
it
a...
would be pretty obvious. Like, are there starting to be guys moving back towards him?
Yeah,
Is there only one clear entranceway?
to the
Or
exit.
to the, from their room to our room? Can I cut off the entrance? They can't access her.
Yeah, you can find a way. You think you can cut him off.
Can I throw
Or like push something over to
Can I
block the
throw
entrance. Is that
a
what you mean?
Molotov cocktail to block off the entrance? This the
Yes.
quickest entrance to room.
Yep. And I will say that because you're close, you don't need to. I would say because you're really close, you don't need to do a throw check.
Okay.
So you light a Molotov cocktail.
Yep.
All right. The room erupts into flames, and suddenly you hear more like exclaimed shouts and curses in Italian. Tony, you'd probably picked up on those curses. Very vile. All right. So then you throw the cocktail and then you move, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I guess I'll just move and try to like body off this guy from Tommy.
Got it. All right.
I mean, the Tommy gun's next
Well,
to
I'll
you.
let someone
so-
else pick it up. I got a 12 gauge.
All right. All right. So now the thugs from Horde, they come and then they see the fire and they're like, whoa, whoa. They don't see anything though. They see like the fire basically, but the fire is not like erupted. It's just like it's growing,
Mhm.
and they can kind of see the unfamiliar guys, and then they start to take a shot through the nearest guy. So Puvlov and Clyde have moved. Tony and Jacob are still behind. So one of them makes a shot towards Tony.
Ooh, someone
blindly.
disconnected. It looks like
Oh yeah,
Well, like on Roll20.
from the Roll20.
Oh, there we go.
No,
Oh, it must
Oh,
be
you're
like
back.
if you go AFK too long.
Maybe.
No, I had to
We're good
reload because of
Oh, 3 shots. One of them ends up hitting. Tony, you get to do a dodge check.
Okay.
Roll your dodge.
Oh yes,
So I just rolled 100.
Tony.
Does he still have a modifier? Cause
Oh yeah, he's
intoxicated,
got a
or-
modifier. I forgot about that.
So I'm rolling a D100.
What the
Roll a
heck was
D100 and then subtract or add 20 to it.
Alright, well.
Oh, so you end up taking, 6 damage.
Oh, okay.
That's a bullet.
Yes.
All right.
Can't take another one of those.
Mm-hmm. Another thug tries to fight. There's a total of 3 of them. He starts shooting through the flames. He this time targets the Jacob.
Tony's pistol shot earlier.
Yeah.
Shoot.
He will after these guys go because they have a higher dex. Once in a second. So roll another 3 because I fired 3 shots. Oh wait, no, never mind. I did this part wrong.
Yeah. Just do
So they rolled. All 3 of them just fired once. So we'll just say they fired 1 bullet through the flames. Ignore the second roll. So now it's going to be Tony's turn.
Okay. Well, I just got freaking shot with a gun. And apparently I no longer have my gun on me. So I guess I'm going to try to close the distance to the guy Clyde's
No,
fighting.
you said you had like.
There's also a Tommy
No, I
gun
have
on
a
the
Luger.
ground too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I just.
Oh,
I gave Gabe a revolver
Oh,
earlier.
I only have a Luger.
You grabbed the Tommy gun.
Yes.
oh, no. Oh, one more thing I forgot to do. That dealt. What's your hit points at, Tony?
No, I'm at 4.
How much was your
10
total?
Yeah,
total.
like no
Wow.
hell.
That's a major wound. So what happens is you need to make a con roll now.
Okay.
You might suffer a major wound and go unconscious. You
Nice
succeed.
job.
Yeah.
So you're fine. Good job.
If only I could have rolled that good earlier.
All right. Now it's you. Okay, so Tony, you got shot. What do you want to do?
Well, now I'm angry. I'm going to go freaking kill this man up here.
Tony, look Tony angry. Tony's
I'm going out without a fight.
Right. So how do you do that? Do you use your gun?
And I'm going to switchblade this guy right in the neck.
Right.
Tony.
Oh man.
Whip out the switchblade.
All right.
What if he just like
All right.
versus the? It'd be hilarious.
All right. So go ahead and give me a fighting brawl. Add your negative modifier,
Yep.
or your positive, I should say, because it's how the dice is working.
Alright.
As you go and try to hit the target, you glance off of him because I will say he's pretty disabled right now.
Yeah.
Because Clyde is right there, but you only do 1 damage.
Okay.
Big damage.
All right.
Big
Now it's your turn,
damage.
Jacob. Everyone's gathering to the front. There's all the guys in the back, and you saw them shoot, and there's fire.
Has he gathered himself yet, or is he still also kind of affected by
He's
his?
still crying and sobbing,
ailment?
but he can still operate normal.
Alright.
Yeah, like it's true.
So how many rounds do you fire? 1 or 3?
Yeah.
All right. So I need you to make 3 separate D100 rolls. The first one is nothing. The second one you need to put a subtracting 10 on it, and the third
Plus
one
10.
needs to be a subtracting 20 on
Plus
it.
20.
Because each shot you fire in
Isn't
rapid
it
succession.
additional?
Yeah. And
Yeah, you add it.
yeah.
Right?
So we got 30 for that second roll.
Yeah.
And you got...
Yeah, it's 30, and that's
Yeah,
67.
Okay, and your fighting pistol skill is what? Your default is 20. So
Okay.
you
So,
Miss all
Yeah.
of
you miss them all through the fire.
Happened, but considering that I'm
Yeah.
like,
So then, where do you move now? Grandpa away.
them. Towards the
Yeah.
exit, then, or?
I just want to get here.
Yeah. Alright, so the guy with the Tommy gun that's been disarmed, he suddenly pulls out a switchblade of his own, and he tries to stab at you, Blake.
Alright. Bring it on, little man, bring it on!
And you-
I want to curse at him in Italian.
You have to roll something?
let's go. Hold on. It
have to roll something to, like-
Yeah, 1 second.
Alright.
He misses. He horribly fails.
Alright. Do I get to react to that? Or?
Only if he hits.
Okay.
It is now your turn, Blake. Try to hit.
Alright.
The entrance is right there.
Alright. Yeah, I pull out
Oh,
my
no.
12 gauge and blast him.
Oh god, you're point blank range, so you get to.
Yeah.
I believe the modifier for that one is something good.
I mean, if I'm within like 5 feet or 5 meters or something,
Yeah, you get
it's really big.
you get a bonus 10 to your hit.
Oh,
Yeah,
I do.
because you're.
I mean, there's 2 types of rolls for the shotgun. Like if I'm within 5 feet, it's 4d6. So is that just what I do,
is
or
that
do you want me?
You still roll your weapon skill to see if you hit. That's for damage, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for damage.
So I get an
Yeah.
additional
So yeah,
10, or okay, or do I have to roll the hit
roll
first?
the hit first.
Okay, how do I guess
Just roll 100 and then minus 10.
minus 10.
Well,
So that's
yeah,
42.
and
but-
it's under your thing, so you should hit pretty easily. So now you get to roll the one that deals more damage because you're fire.
I mean, that doesn't. That's my firearms isn't that great. It's at 25. So is that just miss or what?
Oh, yeah, you miss. Basically, was the thing.
Alright.
The recoil of a gun was too much. Yeah.
Is it just one shot then?
I think you can fire your
It's like-
second shot in succession at a negative.
12 gauge.
Let me just. Yeah, you can fire another shot. Actually, you just roll again, and then you
Yeah, it says
Just-
1 or 2.
just don't add any bonuses because that would negate it because we're being close.
Okay.
Yeah, roll a d100 again.
So it's just
Yeah,
no modifiers on that.
They
then.
would.
So it's 28, which thing's 25.
Oh dang! All right,
Alright, well.
Puvlov, you're next. Tommy guns. You close the distance. Tommy guns at your feet.
Let me show
Blake is struggling to hit a guy.
stupid American how to 12-gauge shotgun. My big bird in my hands, so powerful.
All right.
So I'm going to take a
Go.
shot
Go.
at him.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure
okay.
since my skill is way too freaking high on that else. This is a regular, right?
Yeah, regular rifles.
So yeah, I have like a 90 for my 12.
What's your skill for that?
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's
roll
gonna
your
hit.
damage.
What is it?
If it's a 12 gauge, it's,
Well, it depends on range. I'm close range, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
close.
think you're
close.
next to me, right? So,
6. That was. I'm just gonna roll 3 now.
Okay.
yeah, it's supposed to be
5.
4.
That's 8 and 10. Then isn't it plus your some
10.
kind of modifier?
Oh, you're not. Are you point blank? Or
Oh no, that's only for hitting, but you do 10 damage
Okay.
to hit. Point blank is only doing like additional, allowing you to hit. But anyways, I do a quick little roll on my end to see if he goes unconscious. He goes unconscious, but he's also bleeding very profusively and looking like he just got ran over by basically a tractor.
Well, it says damage. Like it says, okay, for my damage, it says like 4d6 at point blank range plus my damage bonus is plus 1. I roll it as well.
Plus your DB or
Yeah.
your damage bonus.
Damage plus damage.
That should only come in for melee stuff.
only in
'cause you're
melee.
using a
Okay.
gun.
Yep. So yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But anyways, he's sunk to the ground. Right. The mobsters are unable to get line of sight on anyone. It is going to be Tony and Jacob's turn, but I'm guessing you guys want to hightail it out.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
guess because I
Okay.
only shot, I'd be movement after that
Yeah.
shot would be towards the.
Yeah. So as you guys get out of the warehouse, you see that, yeah, there's a vehicle, which is probably what the thugs came in. You see your vehicle completely, the truck completely unharmed in any sort of way.
Okay.
All right.
So
The sky is a little darker this time as there appears to be clouds, but you do see in the sky a crescent moon.
are we out of like combat now, kind of thing, or can I? Basically, I'm wondering if I should throw a Molotov cocktail into their car so they can chase us.
You can do that, yeah.
Is that
I
okay?
could
At
just
this
slash
point,
your
it's
tires.
Or we could do that too, I suppose. That's the less extreme.
All right, so you guys are going to slash the tires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say you guys.
am I still inside then?
I'm guessing you got out, right?
Yeah.
Or you want to go out?
I mean, it wasn't part of my turn yet.
I mean,
so,
at
like, can
this
I
point, I'm
take,
condensing and just moving on because they can't get to you through the
Sure.
fire unless they walk through fire. At this point, you guys can all take it like it's back to exploration a little bit.
All right. Well, just a quick thing about the combat
Mhm.
thing. The guy that was shot with the 12 gauge, is he like mortally wounded?
Yeah,
then?
he is
Like,
bleeding
is he,
profusively. He's unconscious.
All right. All right. So he's most likely out of there. All right. Sure. Then yeah, I
Yeah.
leave as well.
All right. So slash the tires. Who slashes tires?
I will, because I have a switchblade.
Okay. All right. What do you guys do now? as Alec is slashing the tires. Or, excuse me, Tony.
I start up the truck and say, "All right, guys, let's get out of here."
All right. So you're able to slash the tires, and you're able to go ahead and drive off away from the warehouse into the sunset. All right. As you guys are in the truck, you look over what you have collected, and you probably talk about what the heck has happened going on, and you go through your thoughts as Clyde begins to drive. This is a nice little time to start. I don't know, to basically start
A little bit of downtime.
kind of as you
Probably
drive, because, well, first off, where are you going to drive to?
Probably back to Easy.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Go to the speakeasy. All right. As you make the hour and a half.
As I'm driving, I want to pass the envelope to the manila envelope to
Jacob.
Jacob.
Mhm.
Because
I
he
don't know
probably
how to
knows more
read.
about the crap.
You know,
Right.
I'm pretty sure that even in 1920.
I can read. I have
actually-
high school education.
Well, no,
Right.
no. I'm just
So-
saying in general. Like, I would say because my guy's from Russia, he probably can't.
Oh,
He can speak, but he probably can't read.
American.
pipe down back there, you
The
commie.
log and purchasing records should be available to everyone to look at. But anyways, as you look through this, Jacob, because of your higher accounting and your better way of looking through this, you're able to pull out a little more information from here, such as purchasing log details. And you happen to notice that quite a bit of money was spent on VAT number 2 contents.
Oh, Tony, you just had some really expensive stuff, man. The captain.
Speakeasies.
You know, do not.
That's
Do not,
do not
ferment.
ferment.
It's various notes on the bed.
As you guys begin driving too, it begins to rain.
Yeah,
So,
Right.
turn the headlights on and windshield wipers, I guess.
Windshield wiper in 1920s.
No.
And, you guys are like a lot of you guys are in the truck bed or whatever. I think so. I don't know.
No, they don't have windshield wipers.
Oh, all right. Well, I just turn my lights on and do
Looks
the
like
best
they
I
do.
can. Drive
Oh, do they?
a little bit slow.
Oh,
Are they like manual?
let's
windshield
just go that
wipers?
they
Alright.
have wind.
I turn
You
on
turn
my
on the windshield
my
wipers.
Schrodinger's
So you're doing it
wipers.
on-
They're like manual ones.
Okay.
They're Schrodinger's wipers. They're both there and not.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you.
Alright, I'm just gonna take a nap. I'm still freaking
Mhm.
feeling that.
yeah,
And I'm also
you're
been
driving?
shot by a bullet. So I'm just gonna take the time to
Oh,
pass
yeah.
out here.
Are you
He
just
said
bleeding?
on the
He also got another handout called a bloody bullet.
Mhm.
No, not Alex bullet. Right.
looks to be
The final-
shiny.
what was
Is
I
that
gonna
the
say?
bullet I
So,
picked
in
up?
terms of you, Alec, you are currently bleeding right now.
Yeah.
Just gonna take a nap.
Yeah. So here's how this all works. So once per day, you can do a first aid check to heal one health point within the hour you took the damage. After the hour, you can't. First aid's not going to do anything. In order to recover more health, you need to spend some time at a hospital, and that's done with medicine checks or NPCs. Since none of you guys are doctors, you'll
Yeah.
have to check in at a hospital.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'd like to tend to my wound.
Yeah. So, and you don't have any first aid stuff on you, or what? What's in the truck?
On me, I have some gauze bandages and aspirin. That's about it.
Add 5 to your first aid check, or I'll take a bonus of 5 for your first aid check,
Okay. First aid.
and it should be 30 by default.
Yeah, there's a 30. Yep. And I'm under. I pass.
Yep. You're able to use a nice minimum amount of gauze pads than what you would need, and enough aspirin to where that you have some left over to use, and you're able to heal 1 hit point, and you're not bleeding anymore.
All right, guys. I'm out. Wake me up when we're there. Ah.
You guys wish to discuss any more stuff as the car ride trip, or do you want me to fast forward to the speakeasy or whatever else happens?
Probably the
I mean, I was
speakeasy,
hoping
considering
that
that we see.
two of us are still.
I don't like the idea of the speakeasy. Listen, hear me
Well,
out
I mean-
here. Wait, so Anthony tells me to go to this warehouse where they're gonna go test some drinks. And guess what happens when the mafia shows up there? They find a bunch of dead people shot by guns.
I mean, no one saw us.
Yeah, the only person who saw us is
The
dead.
only person that saw us is,
or going to be dead.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to decide, though.
Well, look, I think we go to the speakeasy, lock the door. Only people come in, the people we know.
Yeah.
Alright, sure.
We're not even going to talk about the crazy, under quotations, werewolf that we saw.
No.
no, don't ever talk about that.
I don't want to remember that.
I don't want to that.
Yeah, you ever seen one of those things before, Pulao?
No.
I'm a southern cowboy again. Hey, you ever seen one of those before?
No, I have
Hey, forget about it.
Hey!
Right. So I'm gonna guess then, at this point, you go to the speakeasy now? You done talking to each other?
I mean, Mr. Tony is taking a nap, I guess, so whatever.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to him, but I'm going to let him rest.
Right. So you end up making it back to the speakeasy, and it's still raining. You notice that the clouds are a little darker, but speakeasy. Alec, Tony, excuse me. Tony, is your speakeasy normally open late at night, or is it closed at a certain hour?
I close pretty early. It's
Right.
not, it's
So you
not
get
that
back
busy,
in-
and
yes.
I go home to my apartment like
Yeah.
late evening.
Right. And do you have a gatekeeper that watches the door there, or no? Is it all ran by you or some gang thug?
It's usually me. If I need it, I can call for a hired thug to come up and watch the place. But yeah,
Some bouncer.
usually it's pretty quiet, so I don't worry too much
Right.
about it.
So you make it back to your speakeasy then, and it's all quiet and dark. Everything's nice and clean before you left it. Nothing has been molested in any sort of way.
Okay.
Is that it? Alright, good. Let's walk in.
What do you guys do now?
I grab myself a nice tall glass and go up to whatever the
Yeah, rounds
is.
Around the
Tap is.
house tonight, boys.
They're on the house. I like the
Good.
I like the
I need
spirit.
some.
Alright, and I put down the envelope on the counter where surrounding, I guess, and say to Tony, what do you make of this? You recognize any of the names here? I know you're in the speakeasy business, so maybe you recognize these guys. Buy from them every once in a while.
Let me take a look here.
So what you would recognize from the list, you definitely sell a lot of the Youngling beer, but you had no idea that it was a knockoff version.
Yeah.
You definitely do not recognize Temeka Brothers wine as being a thing that you sell, but you know it's very quite expensive and usually specially brewed on good occasions.
And
Comedy Moonshine is a recent homebrewed moonshine all the way in Massachusetts. Tastes sweet. People usually complain about it leaving some sort of bad aftertaste, but it's popular. And finally, cheap wine is a generic term that gives to a lot of other sort of any wines like powdered or just crappily brewed stuff without any care, and usually sells pretty good. When the Prohibition came in, people had to find alternative ways to make their wines and other alcoholic beverages. Some stuff that is not good for the body to consume, like iodine.
Nice.
Me.
My beer's a knockoff. You know how much I had to pay for that shit? I'm a cowboy again. Yeah, I just can't stop being a cowboy.
I'm so
Yeah, it's
confused
drugs.
about what you're saying.
What
What
is
about
this?
the names? Any of these guys have like some kind of
What
notoriety?
is this wine here? I haven't seen any of that stuff come through my part.
You definitely haven't heard any of these guys before. The
No.
only ones you probably heard was Carmody Brothers. You just know that they're more Oakley owned and that they're kind of brutal, but other than that, nothing really much since they're all the way in Massachusetts.
Yes, you see the thing, Clyde, is I don't tend to direct buy. That kind of thing will get you arrested around these places. I get it straight from my contact with the Mafia, Anthony. He usually delivers it over here and then picks up the dough. But the only thing I can tell you really is that this moonshine here is up and coming thing. People don't like it a whole lot in New Jersey, but it's pretty popular down in Massachusetts, or up in Massachusetts, or wherever geolocation Massachusetts is in direction to this place. But other than that, this wine here is expensive stuff. That's the kind of stuff that Giovanni himself drinks, not anyone else.
Still got that bottle you drank earlier.
Oh, yeah, I got it right here.
That bottle itself, though, is definitely... You remember what was engraved on the bottom, which was a pharmacy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this ain't no brewery that I've ever heard of.
You guys, and because you guys are locals, well, whoever's a local here, you know where the pharmacy is, and you definitely know that it's probably not a brewery; it's an actual pharmacy.
And
yeah, I've been there before.
What a coincidence!
Kulov is going to, because he saw that big like werewolf thing.
Yeah.
Question mark is super fascinated by Tadia. He's like maniacally like his Russian about that Whitford kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one, Wyatt. Just spend more time in the books. So, yes.
Is there anything else on the bottle? Because I know the label is scratched off and stuff, but make out anything else besides the C name?
Nothing much else you can really see. There is still some of that liquid in there, though.
I'm gonna pour that into a bottle.
Don't pour that anywhere.
A different bottle and store it away.
Copy that. All right.
Was that bottle on the same body that had the silver bullet?
No,
in it?
that was one with a stab wound.
Oh, okay. So this was on the first body?
The bullet was on the first body. The second body had the bottle.
Okay. And that had a stab wound in the neck.
Wait, the second body had a what? A bobble?
See, like,
Bottle. Remember the stuff Alec drank?
Okay, yeah. Alright, yep.
was it holding the bottle in its hand? Like, is it half empty or
It
something?
looks like
or
it was opened when you saw it. Like, it was open when it was you found it, and it was in the guy's it was on the guy's hand. It looked like.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that hell that we saw down there. But
Yeah, there's a lot going on. So
I didn't see any bodies that could have possibly been destroyed by that creature. It was mostly bullet wounds.
I just don't know what to think. One thing I want to do is I want to get in contact with Anthony.
Is Anthony part of the mob
Yep.
that was looking down there?
He's the one who told me to go down there.
We got to get our story straight first. Can't have us knowing that we killed one of his guys.
So are we for sure that that's... We said the Marquisio gang was the...
Martusi gang?
They were for sure the guys...
You didn't have any sort of information that told you they were them, but you knew that they were Italian, and the Martusi gang is Italian, and that the building is part of the Martusi gang.
Okay.
And you also did hear, for your listening, that they recognize the bodies.
Okay. So it seems like we just killed one of their guys. Well, I did. The crazy Russian.
I mean, I'm not sure if they could see us through the fire,
I don't
but
think so either.
the problem is we took my truck, so they know the vehicle now.
What are you suggesting?
You ain't touching my truck.
Destroy it. It's gone.
I spent good money on that.
We should have rode the bicycles after all. The
Good.
bicycle gang. Biking.
All right, I gotta switch the scene. That's right. I keep forgetting that. Players go here. Oh, what the hell? What is this?
So,
Get this snot. Wyatt, I know this is you. I know that's you.
Try to draw it on the guy who's sitting on the by the counter.
All right. So,
What time is it?
time is it? You can probably
5.
guess. Oh no, you have a clock.
I have a pocket watch.
The time is 1:00 in the morning. You arrive there at 11. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I do that right? 1. Yeah, that's right. Yep. All right. So, what do you guys do now? Continue discussing? Who goes to sleep where? Where do you all go?
Well, I got my own apartment.
So do I.
Do you all retreat back to your dwellings?
Yeah, I think Pulav is hotel. I think I wrote that in. Remember?
Yeah. Sure. Right.
Must be
Where is my vodka?
Did you see vodka on that
summer
list?
with
I was promised vodka.
The
I can't help but notice, but there was no vodka on that order list there.
Your Mercutio goal of life.
Alright. So you all go back to your individual dwellings and try to sleep the night away.
Yeah, before I leave, I tell Tony get his story
Yeah.
straight.
At this point, a few things.
Rope
I'll
me
get
into
my
this
story
mess.
straight,
Your
and we're gonna
fault.
fix that leaky pipe.
Alright.
And I'll be researching
Anyway.
the possibilities of what that creature could have.
Yeah. And so a few things happen as you guys go ahead and sleep. For one, we'll start from the minor to the major. So, Gabe, you no longer laughing, sobbing hysterically. But you do gain something
that's
else in
good.
return. And I think you've already got that already.
Let me guess. Nervous tick.
No, it has to do with a certain possession. Right. Alright. Oh, crap, I dropped my dice. Pulov. As you spend time researching, you come across the same... You don't see anything that could really be best described in your natural history books too much. However, you do come across one little quick quirk mention that says something about the legend of the Night Stalker. And it's just a little legend that just said something. It mentions it since it's like a science-y book. It just mentions it as a little joke, like the Native Americans used to believe that at night there was these magical beings that would stalk the night, and they would blend themselves in the shadows. And eerily enough, it had the same description of having red eyes, fangs, canine head, but it mentioned some other stuff that you don't know if you remember seeing, such as being able to mend into the shadows itself at will. When anyone that looks at it causes them to see delusions. And, of course, other such fun little quirks that you're pretty sure don't exist itself.
Okay.
Like the ability to turn anything to gold.
So it's very
Alright.
folklorian.
Yes.
So when are they taking the time to do this then? Just like
Yeah,
the
they're
next
at their
day,
houses right
Yeah,
now.
I'm basically
Like,
in
and
my
they're
hotel.
they're either sleeping or researching.
Okay, so instead of
Yeah.
sleeping,
Yeah.
you're
Or
doing
at
this.
least
Okay.
temporarily.
Alec, Alec, you start to get a throbbing headache as you go to sleep, but you feel like you're slowly becoming your body senses back because you only took a taste of whatever thing that was. And you lose that whole entire penalty that was happening on you.
Gosh, I should drink some water before I went to bed.
However, your leg still hurts like a bitch.
Yeah, freaking bullet in it.
You get shot there.
He got hit by a bullet and he's got a major wound right now.
Alright.
That's going to need attending to sometime soon. Otherwise, he most likely will die.
Yeah.
It hit an artery.